What's going on, Guardians? Briar Rabbit here. Welcome to Shard It or Keep It, the series where I make an argument both for and against dismantling an item, and you make the decision. Last week I asked you guys to tweet me suggestions for which weapon should be featured next using the hashtag ShardIt. One tweet caught my eye not just for the weapon choice, but also because this weapon represents a new class of weapons in Destiny. Brock Rosen said Vestian Dynasty. Fairly new gun, and many have it due to the House of Wolves campaign. It seems the perfect weapon to see the vote. 50-50, hashtag ShardIt. So this week, we will be making the big decision for the Vestian Dynasty. But first, let's take a look at the results for last week's weapon. The Fellwinter's Lie is a legendary shotgun that is as powerful as it is controversial. Known for its extreme power and rage-inducing range, this was the first shotgun in Destiny that could be reforged. And reforge it we did. With the combination of the right perks, namely Hammer Forged and Shot Package, this weapon is capable of one-shot kills in the Crucible from ridiculous distances. Reasons to keep this weapon are obvious. It's a beast in Crucible. The range is crazy. While your opponent is still aiming down sights, trying to get a headshot with their primary, you simply mow them down with a single shot. This one is also a Dark Below version, and the perks on it are arguably better than what can be found now. But why would we shard it? Well, the Party Crasher +1 and the Matador, two recently released guns, can be re-rolled to be, well, arguably superior to the Fellwinter's Lie. And I hate it. It represents to me a broken meta inside Destiny. The current reforging process and the perks available have increased the range of shotguns to ridiculous levels. It takes zero skill to use, but it's used by everyone. I just wish it didn't exist. But in the end, it's not up to me, it's up to you. And you guys let your opinions be heard. Mike Giffrey said, "Get rid of it, it's annoyingly OP and I'm sick of being killed by that sniper. Be the better person and shard it." The Logo 101 says, "Keep it. This thing is a powerhouse and sharding it is almost cringeworthy." Connor Sudas says, "Made by assholes for assholes. Destroy it if you want your self-confidence back." And Born for Gaming 64 said, "I saw Fellwinter's Lie and my first thought was, fuck you." In the end, we had a record turnout for this series with over 500 votes. 252 for Shard It and 263 for Keep It. Means this guy stays in the vault. The Vestian Dynasty is not only a new weapon for Destiny, but also belongs to a new weapon class, the Sidearm. Introduced in the House of Wolves, this weapon is a reward for completing new story missions or can be purchased from Petrovenge. This weapon has a very high rate of fire, low impact, and low effective range. Stability and reload speeds are both very high. As an arc damage secondary, this weapon specializes in doing damage to the Fallen. Its perks include a choice between Disciplinarian, this weapon deals a small amount of bonus damage to Fallen enemies, and Mutineer, this weapon has a chance of suppressing a Fallen captain's abilities. It also has reactive reload, giving it a damage boost for a short time after reloading. So why would we dismantle this weapon? Well, in PvE, it is rarely the best choice. Consider the competition. Shotguns do far more damage at close range, fusion rifles do more damage at medium range, and snipers, well, you get the idea. The Vestian Dynasty is capable of putting out some damage, but requires sustained, accurate fire to do so. Other weapons in this class allow you to jump out, do your damage, then duck back into cover. In Nightfalls or other endgame activities, this is just a safer way to play. Also, because of its low impact, it's not likely to stun enemies frequently, so your chances of getting in those free hits, they're pretty low. Against low-tiered enemies, it does its job well, but against anything with a yellow health bar, it's gonna take a while to take them down. In PvP, again, it's just rarely the best choice. Long-range shotguns will dominate you up close. Top-tiered primaries like Thorn or the Last Words are just capable of killing faster. And at long range, you just don't want to be using this gun. It has too much of a damage drop-off to compete with long-range weapons. Okay, so all that sounds bleak, but surely there are some solid reasons to keep this gun around. Hell yeah, there are. First off, this gun is a blast to use. Before the release of Destiny, I played a lot of Call of Duty, and this gun feels like it came straight from those titles. It fires fast, and with a bit of practice, it's actually not that hard to get consistent headshots when firing it, and that makes it a ton of fun to use. Running through PvE content, headshotting the ads, and rapidly firing to hose down the big guys is fun. And it doesn't feel like any other weapon in this game. It's completely unique. Even the only other sidearm in the game currently, the Drake's Promise, is a pulse-fired weapon and feels very different. If you like the fast and loose feel of this slide action pistol, there's simply no replacement. And it does do a little extra damage against fallen enemies. Combine that with the arc damage and it's a relatively effective weapon against those guys. Rarely the best, a shotgun and an arc primary are going to take down those captains faster, but it is effective. And in PvP, it can be fun as well, and effective, but it takes a lot of work sneaking around, looking for odd angles, and trying to manage the distance your engagements happen in are the keys. It's not a great weapon, but it can be really rewarding to try and get good with. Not every weapon can be top tier, and not every weapon can be unique, but this weapon is the latter. Is that enough to keep it around? That's up to you. In the comments below, cast your vote, shard it or keep it, and in the next episode, I will act upon your recommendation. Don't forget to vote for next week's weapon using the hashtag #ShardIt on Twitter. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you liked the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.